Okay, what's up guys? So now I want to talk about learning to manual. This is a new episode, part of this little skate course, teaching you from the very beginning of buying your first skateboard all the way to learning how to actually skate, pop tricks, and grind and whatever. We haven't talked about learning how to ollie yet. It's a gradual process, and I think before you learn how to ollie, you may want to consider learning how to manual just a little bit. You don't have to be an expert, and a lot of people don't even recommend this. A lot of people just go straight for ollie, which is fine. The only reason why I'm suggesting learning how to manual is just to get even more comfortable with moving your board in certain directions, especially having one truck off the ground. Because when you ollie, you're gonna do a similar motion where you're gonna have one truck off the ground, but you're just gonna continue the motion upwards. So a manual is kind of like the beginning of an ollie, but frozen in place, if that makes sense. But again, you don't have to be like Aaron Cairo and learn how to manual a crazy amount, but just get comfortable lifting up your truck for a couple seconds and riding and really trying to balance. Again, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, and this isn't even something that most people recommend. I just would recommend this to you so you can be ultra confident before you try your first ollie. All this is really, you could completely skip this video if you want. I just think that this is kind of like an accessory item to build up your confidence so that when you go to ollie, you're already more comfortable with moving your board in certain directions. You know, that's why in the past video I talked about learning how to pivot, revert. You don't have to learn any of that stuff necessarily, but this is more so just to build up your confidence and make sure that you're more comfortable on the board so that when you go to try any other trick, you'll already be familiar with what's going on. So to manual, really just focus on putting your back foot in the back pocket of the board, which is right here, right below the bolts, and lean backwards. This is going to be very scary for you, and it's going to take a long time to be able to balance. I would not recommend trying this completely stationary. I'd recommend trying this just as slow as possible and lifting up, and you'll probably go through this motion a couple times where you lift up and stop, and that's totally fine. If you can get to the point where you're lifting your board up and manualing for like 2 or 3 seconds, I think that's an accomplishment, and that's great. It's not necessary, but it's something to build up your confidence. So just put your foot right here in the pocket, make sure your feet are spaced out, and try to lean backwards, but not too far back. Hope that helps, and bye.